If you take a point that they wanted to.
One thing away from me from this podcast, it would be self-discipline, self-accountability. If you also, even though social media has a big influence, it's still on you. Everything that you going through and getting through is on you.
So everything that you going through and getting through is on you.
Add this, I think that women influence men. So like, as far as like, if a girl like what I got on, and then that's what I'm buy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it for post. Exactly. I'm not doing it for the validation of other men. I'm doing it
for the validation of
women, because that's the influence.
Yeah. All right, boom. Let's get into it.
Hello, my name Quan. You can find me on Instagram at solo.quan, on YouTube at Quan space solo. Yeah.
I'm too old.
I got nigga had his toes out. Hold on. All right. I ain't know my boy had his toes out. That's ridiculous. He wild as fuck for that.
Right, and we are currently live.
So I want to ask though, do we have to compare?
I think it's like biological. Like you just grow up comparing. Like if I'm the fastest kid in middle school, then that's some cred, and you kind of get a little respectful, like respect a little bit. So I feel like you kind of do it to like get that advantage in some way.
Yeah, I think it does start from a young age. Like we meant.
Boom. Let me explain my point right there again. I was saying that because you don't have to compete, but I feel like if you compete, you get an advantage. Is what I was getting at. When you in the moment, you don't think about all the shit that you're saying. Like especially when you're trying to answer quick. Cause there's a lot of shit that I was thinking that I didn't say, and then after I was like, damn, I should have said that. But then we was on a new topic. But yeah, basically what I was saying was you don't have to. I would say you don't have to compete, but if you compete, you gonna be better than a person who's not competing. I promise you that.
Growing up in sports specifically, it's like you kind of I guess it is subconscious, but in my position, I gotta be the best in my position or I won't play. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you do compare, like, oh, he did 225 reps, I gotta do 235. You know, so you compare it in that sense, and I think it's competitive, which gives people advantage in some way. But yeah, it could be bad when you look at the likes and you ain't got too many.
And that's where I feel.
Boom. I'm a good speaker. Like, I get to the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I prove my point and I put that shit down. Push him, P.
Something bit, but I think comparison, as far as like comparing, especially specifically on social media, I think it could be motivation, but it could.
The stream was lagging on my part. Ain't no fucking way, cuz. What these niggas on?
Speaks to the self-awareness. Are you aware that you're on TikTok for 3 hours? Are you aware that you just watched 40 minutes go by on Instagram Reels?
For 2 seconds. You know? 3 seconds.
In the moment, you don't realize it. No. But after you definitely do.
You know,
yeah.
While driving is crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's all about discipline, though. Like, if you can go with your notifications on without worrying too much about it, like if you're doing something and then you check your notifications and then get back to doing something, then that's a problem. But if you can get a notification, see you got one, put it back up, keep doing what you're doing, and then like that. Like, overload of information as far as like because you hear so many sides, you hear and you get persuaded, whether you like it or not, you get persuaded by everybody's opinion. So where it used to be you would be in your house and the people in your house opinion is all you would hear. So social media have that impact on it, but I think it's all still self.
And then the algorithm and like
I said, everything that I was saying in this whole entire fucking podcast was self-discipline and self-accountability. I'm not mad, but I'm also not sad for nobody who can't handle social media.
For sure.
I'll still get that satisfaction.
Me,
but
personally, I definitely, like, since I started my YouTube, I definitely know, like, you're not going to get the numbers that you want. You might want 1,000 the first video. It ain't going to happen. But I think if you just keep going and just have that sense of purpose that you was talking about, like that, I know that this is what I'm meant to do, regardless of if it work now, if it work later. And I want to get y'all opinion on this. Do y'all think character and what's this called? Character and how people perceive you is the same thing. So like reputation versus character. How do y'all feel about? Do you think that your reputation is your character?
Nigga, did y'all fucking hear that? It's a fucking bomb ass question. I'm gonna go to the streets and ask it too.
Well, the Ends Begin says, I've always said the internet is like a hammer. It can be used to build or destroy. It's up to the individual.
Yeah, that's the
That's
most
very
valid point. I think is how you use it.
But that is so true, and I agree 100%.
Hey, if you know, you know.
But
But
then it gets your fingers.
Yeah, it's always gonna be that one that get your fingers though. That's life. You know, you're gonna get that bump in the road. You're gonna get that obstacle.
So be prepared and have a first aid kit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Have a first day, kid. You funny. I see what he's saying. Though.
Like there's
That's why I
people
got that
who
money
try to
in
use
the
the platform for good.
nigga.
People are gonna comment, "Oh, you did
I can't
this."
say that I have been, because social media literally brings you, the algorithm puts you with people who got like minds. So if you like football, for example,
Yeah.
your algorithm gonna be filled with football clips, and then there's gonna be people in there that got the same voucher, like the Bengals fans or something. You're gonna find similar minds. So I don't think it makes you lonely in that sense, but what y'all think?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know I've experienced.
And that's how you have a conversation. Because I knew people wasn't going to agree. Because I think we talked about it a little bit before that. But I was like, I don't know. What y'all think? Even though I knew what I stood on. But you got to like just hear their opinion. Even if you don't care and you going to say it. Like, I still stand on what I stand on when I said that.
Like
Yeah.
these people are mean.
But at any moment, you could just click. You know, so I feel like it is real if you feed into it. It's like if you it's like Ghost. If you believe in Ghost, then you scared. But if you just, you know what I mean, you don't really look into it, you don't feed into it, you won't. It's no cyberbullying. You're not bullied.
See?
What about
But when it starts to affect your real life,
right? Like what about
that's the issue. See, like you might not like. I don't believe in ghosts, but like if you don't
How the fuck is it going to affect your real life?
believe in ghosts, say, and you're like, "Oh, I don't believe in it, so nothing's gonna happen."
I'm not scared of them. Yeah.
If the ghost throws something at your face, you know what I mean?
You might be a little spooked.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Right.
spooked because it's a.
I see what he's saying. But no, I still stand on what I stand on.
Yes, you shouldn't be bullied on social media. It's like nobody's gonna come, you know what I mean, change that for you. So you got to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So I think the
Yeah.
question.
Bottom line is the bottom line.
Add this, I think that women influence men. So like, as far as like, if a girl like what I got on, and then that's what I'm
Yeah.
buy. You know what I'm saying? I'm
That's
not
what
doing
I'ma
it for-
post.
Exactly. I'm not doing it for the validation of other men. I'm doing it
for the validation of
for
women?
women because that's the influence.
Yeah. So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a double-sided coin. I think. I
That
think
goes
it's good
a whole
and bad.
different rabbit hole than what
It's
we
a
get
double-sided
here
coin.
for trust.
Because I think you do it for the right reasons, then it's good. But if you do it for the wrong reason, like I'm not gonna steal to get what I want. I'm not gonna cheat.
Right,
I'm not
right.
gonna do it for like what I feel is immoral. But yeah, I still want to get what I want. So it's kind of like I think it could be good. It's good for me. As far I'm good.
It's good for me, nigga.
Yeah, I'm in the game, so I have to be here anyway.
Can't comment.
But I don't think I got the fear of missing out either, though. But like, I do want to
It's
do
the only
everything.
time
Like,
that
I
I
don't
was
got
like,
the
alright,
adventurous type.
that
I'm
made
not
me
trying
think
to
about
jump out
it.
of airplanes or nothing. But I want to go to the places like Italy, go to Bali, go to these places because I see people going there,
Oh, yeah.
and then I'm like, oh, I want to experience that, even if I don't like it.
Experience.
Yeah.
So like, have your friends ever planned something and then you weren't able to go because you had to go somewhere else, right?
Yeah,
And then
For sure.
How
they
you see
talk
the
about it
post.
in the group chat or they post it. Like,
Yo,
yeah.
did you have a feeling that, oh dang, I wish I was there? Like, you know what I mean?
I would say but then it would go into I'll be at the next one. It would go straight into from one to the other. Like, oh, I wish I was there.
But-
I'm gonna catch the next.
But then that goes into the fear of missing out because you don't want to miss out again because you saw how much
Yeah.
fun they were having. So
valid
now you
guilty
want to.
of that.
yeah, that's super
So-
valid.
That shit
Yeah.
for trips.
That's the only
I've
time.
been there.
Only time that I was like, okay, valid point that the point that I didn't believe. But I don't know if I have a fear of missing out. That is an interesting thing. Do y'all got the fear of missing out?
It's interesting.
Yeah. I think this was a good talk, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Was. It definitely was.
Okay. Anybody have any
Outro.
any closing thoughts?
I was about to
Anybody
say,
want to
if you
hit
take
a point that they wanted to?
One thing away from me
Yeah.
from this podcast, it would be self-discipline,
Yeah.
self-accountability.
Yeah.
If you also, even though social media has a big influence, it's still on you. Everything that you going through and getting through is on you.
Self-discipline.
Self-accountability.
Did you? Hold up, nigga. Hold up. That sounded like a fucking poet, nigga. Hold on. Hold on, fuck, nigga. That sounded like a poet just said that. Let me run that back 3 times. Oh my god.
But you want to?
If you
didn't
take
hit a point that they wanted to.
one thing away from me,
Yeah.
from this podcast, it would be self-discipline, self-accountability. If you also, even though social media has a big influence, it's still on you. Everything that you going through and getting through is on you.
Everything that you going through and getting through is on you. Y'all ain't. I'm gonna say it one more time. Everything that you going through and getting through is on you.
Self-discipline.
Self-accountability.
I hear you.
Self-awareness. Knowing when you're addicted to something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true.
I think for me, a lot of times when I feel anxious or anything, or like dealing with anything, like the first thing I do is I pray, or like I talk to my girlfriend or my mom or anyone about it, or any of my friends, right? So
Keep that
I think,
concept.
yeah, like working, like realizing that there's a reason why you're going through something, and you know, talking to God about it, and you know, getting over whatever you're going through. Yeah,
That's true.
Agree.
Unfortunately.
I mean, I think social media is the new dope, right?
Yeah.
And we're all getting hooked to it one way or the other,
Yeah.
right? So realization is very
statement.
important, and then having a recovery plan. Being in denial does not exempt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I'll say if I'm gonna leave, let me leave people with this.
Yeah, drop it.
Let me leave people with this.
Pop it.
When you see those comments, right? When you see those comments, these apps, all of them, they allow you to turn them off. If you don't want to see the likes,
Turn it off.
you can turn it off. You don't want to see the notification,
Turn it off.
you can turn it off.
Oh, Charlie.
So, yeah, all I ask is attempt, whether it's 12 hours, 24 hours, a day, attempt
said
to
24 hours a
free
day.
your mind from that, from the notification, and just to see how you feel.
Right.
And if you like the feeling, then, you know, continue. See if you can do 5 days, a week, no notification.
Yeah.
Or when I say no notification, I mean the notifications that take your time away from the importance of, you know, whether it's
Valid
family,
closing statements from us.
religion,
It was a good talk,
or
honestly.
anything like that.
activity,
You know,
A lot of bullshit.
Exactly. So overall, I want
Overall,
everybody to try and find their peace of mind somewhere in real life
Yeah.
before online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
I agree.